Good morning. Let us begin with Standard 5 EVS, Lesson 8, A Treat for Mosquitoes, Part 2. So, children, by mistake, I have mentioned Standard 4 in my Part 1. So, I'm sorry for it. And now let us continue. Now, in the first part, we learned that Rajat was talking to his friends in school when he came back after a long leave of sickness. He then told them that he was suffering from malaria. And then Aarti shared about her being anemic and how the blood test was done in the laboratories. And then they were talking about baby mosquitoes, and they saw that the baby mosquitoes are quite different from the adult mosquito. And then the conversation between their friends continues. So let us read. Aarti, where did you see them? Nancy, there was an old pot lying behind a house. It was full of water for some days. When I looked there, I saw some tiny thread like grey things swimming. I was surprised when Mummy told me that these had come out of the eggs which mosquitoes lay in water. They are called larvae. I also heard something about this on the radio. Rajat, what did you do? Nancy, Papa immediately threw away the water. So now Nancy was sharing that she had seen few small baby mosquitoes in water. Her friends were asking her that how did she find out that there were baby mosquitoes in that water. So she said that she had seen some water lying in a pot for many days behind her house. And when she had just happenly gone there, she saw few small things swimming in that water. Then her mother told her that these were baby mosquitoes which had just come laid from their eggs. So they had just been hatched from their eggs, and they were small worm types swimming in the water. And her mother said that they were called larvae and the baby mosquitoes. And then Rajat asked her, then what did they do with that water then? So she said that her father, he just emptied and threw away that whole water from the pot. So Rajat asked her that what did they do with that pot. So Nancy said that Papa immediately threw away the water. He cleaned and dried the pot and kept it upside down so that no water would collect. So what did Nancy's father do with that pot where the baby larvae were growing? He threw away all the water and then he dried it properly in the sun, and then he turned it upside down that now no more water would collect in that pot. Jaskirat. Sharzia auntie told me that even flies spread diseases, especially stomach problems. So now they are discussing, and now Jaskirat is saying that one of her auntie had told him that even flies spread diseases. Flies means house flies, and what type of diseases? Mostly you have those stomach problems and there is pain in your stomach, or you get vomiting or diarrhea. All such diseases are spread by the house flies. Rajat, but flies don't bite. Then how do they spread diseases? So that is what again Rajat is asking, that flies they don't bite, house flies they don't bite. Then how is it that they spread diseases? These house flies, they keep on flying from places to places, and they sit on anything dirty. Now, when they sit on any dirty thing, they carry the germs of that dirt with them, and they fly and they come and sit on us, or sometimes even on our food. And when they sit on the food, they deposit those germs which they have carried from the dirt into the food. And it happens that we don't see those germs and we consume that food and we fall sick. So this is how the flies, they spread germs. So we have seen this slide in our part 1. These are the baby mosquitoes which are called larvae, and they grow in puddles of water and anywhere where there is water collected. So we should not allow any water to collect around our house and stop the growth of mosquitoes. And now this is the life cycle of a mosquito, how it grows. So you can see the first stage towards your left is the egg of the mosquito, which they lay in water. Slowly they grow into a larvae, and you can see it is like a fish. It is a long string, and they swim in water. Then it turns into a pupae. You can see the picture of that third stage of that mosquito, and then in the fourth stage it turns into an adult mosquito, and they mostly multiply in dirty collected puddles of water which is collected around the house or on any roads or anywhere around us in the society. So now there are few children who talk about their experience and they give their report. So what report is it? In the first report is, we found something green around the taps in our school which is called algae. Due to algae, it is a kind of a plant. It had also become slippery. The algae spreads a lot during the rainy season. We think that there are some kinds of small plants that grow in water. Now this algae is a type of a plant which mostly grows in moist areas, moist places where there is a lot of shallow little water for many days. You will find that small green type plants start growing. So those children, they found algae which grows in these water. Now in the second group, few children, they surveyed around their school and they found that there is a pond near the school. At first you cannot see the water in the pond, and it is completely covered with plants. One auntie told us that these plants have grown themselves in water. Around the pond there are pits full of water. We also saw some lava in the water. As we moved around, lots of mosquitoes flew from the plants growing around. Jaskirat feels that there are so many mosquitoes in our house because of this dirty pond nearby. So now, few children found out that there was a pond around their school, and that water had collected so much that it had almost become a pond, and plants were started growing in that water. So one of the aunts said that these plants had grown all by themselves. No one had grown plants in that water. So even plants start growing in puddles of water all by themselves. These all are weeds. These are not useful plants. They grow by themselves. Now when these plants grow, even the mosquitoes lay eggs in such water. The water was not to be seen only. There were so many plants growing in that pond. So now when these children and Jaskirat, they were roaming about this pond, they found that there were so many flies that were flying around these plants. And she feels that her house is near by this pond. That is why there are so many mosquitoes in her house. So now this is a story about a scientist who peeped into the mosquito's stomach and found out about malaria. So let us read and understand. This interesting incident took place almost 100 years ago. A scientist found that mosquitoes spread malaria. Let's read about this discovery in his own words. So this is the scientist who is describing that how he found out that malaria is spread through mosquitoes. He says, "My father was a general in the Indian Army. I studied to become a doctor, but what I really liked was reading stories, writing poetry, music and drama. In my free time, I enjoyed doing all this." So he's talking about himself and he's saying that his father was a general in the Indian Army and he became a doctor. But actually what he was fond of was that he liked to read books, story books, and writing poetry and music and drama. And he enjoyed all. And though he was studying becoming a doctor, and studying doctorate, he still in his free time he enjoyed reading books and writing poetries and listening to music and drama. In those days, thousands of people used to die from a disease that we now all call malaria. The disease was found in areas where there was a lot of rain or in swampy places. People thought that the illness was caused by some poisonous gas that came from the dirty, swampy areas. They gave it the name malaria, which means bad air. One doctor had seen tiny germs in the blood of one of the patients when he observed it under a microscope, but he could not understand how these had got into the patient's blood. Now, this story is about 100 years ago, and they said that in those times there are thousands of people who were suffering from malaria, and they found out that this disease was common where the places with they had lots of rain, and swampy places means where water collected for a longer time. So the people thought that they were all falling sick because these swampy areas gave out certain smell, and they thought that they were getting sick due to this smell, and they called it malaria. What is the meaning of malaria? It means bad air. Then some of the doctors, they found out there were certain germs in the blood samples of certain patients, but they could not understand that what it was when they examined the blood. My professor had some ideas about this. I think that these may be carried by some kind of mosquito. As his student, I spent all my time chasing mosquitoes to catch and observe. We used to carry empty bottles and chase mosquitoes after mosquito. Then we would put the mosquitoes into a mosquito net in which there was a patient of malaria. The mosquitoes would have a feast, biting these patients. The patients were paid 1 anna for allowing one mosquito to bite them. Now, as we know that this scientist was becoming a doctor, so he said that one of his professors found out that these germs were injected in the patient by a mosquito. So now he was becoming a doctor, he was his student, so even he was curious to know that how these mosquitoes pierce the germs into the patient's body. So they started spending most of his time catching mosquitoes. He used to fly with empty bottles to catch these mosquitoes. Now when he caught the mosquitoes, he would bring those mosquitoes and leave it on the body of the patient who was suffering from this disease. And these patients were paid, and those times this 1 anna was almost like 10 rupees. So they were paid 1 anna for a mosquito to bite them. They were given money so that they would allow that mosquito to bite them. So to find out that how these mosquitoes were injecting those germs into the patient's body. I will always remember those days at the hospital in Sikandrabad. How we used to cut open the mosquito's stomach and peep into it. I would spend hours and hours bent over the microscope. By night, my neck would be stiff and my eyes could not see clearly. It used to be very hot, but we dared not fan ourselves, as all the mosquitoes would fly off in the breeze. Once, I also fell ill with malaria. Now he says that how they had done the experiments on these mosquitoes, they used to cut that small mosquito's stomach to peep into that what was the germs and how they used to carry these germs. So now these mosquitoes are so small that the whole day he had to spend over the microscope, bending his neck and peeping into and studying the blood of that mosquito. So he used to say that they used to get so tired the whole day that he always used to get some pain in his neck by night. and his eyes also would become so tired peeping into that microscope that he could not even see clearly in the night by night. And they would not open the switch on the fans or fan themselves, because those mosquitoes which they had collected to examine would fly away in the breeze. And he also said that even he had suffered from this disease of malaria in those days. I spent months like this with the microscope but could not find anything. One day, we caught a few mosquitoes that looked different. They were brownish with spotted wings. When I looked into the stomach of one of the female mosquitoes, I saw something black there. I looked closer. I saw that these tiny germs looked just like the ones that were found in the blood of the malaria patient. At last, we had the proof. Mosquitoes did spread malaria. Now they did the experiment of many mosquitoes, and finally they could not find anything in the mosquito. Now after that, they had happily they found some different mosquitoes. Different means they were a little brownish and they had spots on their wings. So now they found that these were the female mosquitoes, and when they examined the stomach of this female mosquito, this scientist, he found some few black dots in the blood of this female mosquito, and then they proved that these drops, that spots in the blood of these female mosquitoes were the germs of malaria, and they proved that malaria was spread by mosquitoes. In December 1902, Ronald Ross got the highest award for his discovery, the Nobel Prize for Medicine. In 1905, even as he lay dying, Ross's last words were, I will find something new. So this scientist's name was Ronald Ross, and he was awarded the highest prize for his discovery of that mosquitoes had spread malaria. And he died in the year 1905, and his words were always that I will find something and I will always find something new. And because he used to do experiments to find out how this disease malaria had spread. So dear children, I hope you have understood the second part. So your homework is that you need to read this whole lesson, at least once or twice. So thank you and have a very nice day.